Well, good afternoon, everybody. Now, California has taken a giant step forward today on something that many people thought could not be done. With the Assembly's courageous vote just a short time ago, we are closer than ever to fix our broken healthcare system. We owe so much to the great leaders. Speaker Nunez, let's give him a big hand. And the Senate President Pro Tem Dan Barada, and to all the different groups standing behind me right here, who normally are opposed to one another, but this time they made an exception, and we have a very impressive group of people standing behind me here. Now, like I said, they were not always on the same side, but slowly they came together and they joined forces for the good of all Californians. Because it is time for the people of the greatest state in the greatest country to have the greatest healthcare insurance in the healthcare system that is affordable, accessible, and works for everybody. It is time for the people to stop living in fear of losing their medical coverage and to live in fear that they are literally one long hospital stay away from having to file personal bankruptcy. It is time for all of us with coverage to stop being forced to pay twice, to pay for ourselves and also to pay for the uninsured. It is time for the hardworking California families and business to get relief from double-digit premium hikes and healthcare costs that are spiraling out of control. It is time for us to take advantage of the $4 billion of federal matching funds that are California's for the asking, as long as we do our part and institute real reform. And it is time for us to have a healthcare system that encourages and rewards healthy living so that we can save billions and billions of dollars and deal with medical issues before they turn into deadly diseases. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a marathon here in California that the whole country and the whole world is watching. With today's vote, we can see the finish line. The finish line is coming closer and closer and closer. And I want to tell you something else. This reform is the best thing that we could do right now for the California's economy and our state budget, because it is self-financing and it takes nothing from the general fund, and it pumps billions and billions of dollars into Medi-Cal and to our California economy. I'm confident that the Senate will follow up and move the finish line even closer, because Senator Barada is a big, big believer in universal healthcare, healthcare for everyone here in California, that gives Californians a world-class healthcare system that it deserves. And then in November, we will have the biggest celebration of all when we give it to ask the voters to approve it, just like we have done this last year with the infrastructure bonds, because the people of California are our greatest partners. And if we keep our eye on the goal, which means cost containment and health insurance for all Californians, we will indeed make history. We will, at the same time, it will have a positive impact on millions of Californians, and it will have a positive impact on California's economy, and it will have a positive impact on our state budget. So thank you very much again. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And now I would like to call out my friend and my partner, a great, great negotiator, a man that really cares of having health care insurance for everybody, my friend, Speaker Nunez. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much, Governor. First, let me just say that we wouldn't be here today, but if it was not for the hard work, effort, and the steadfast commitment that the members of my Democratic Assembly Caucus have had, and the focus and energy which we have put into health care reform for all Californians. And I just got to tell you, we wouldn't be here today if it was not for that incredible vote of 46 votes in favor of AB 1X. We are now, thanks to this great vote, well on our way to demonstrating to Californians what the purpose of government is all about. It's about solving their problems. And we intend to do just that with AB 1X by expanding health care coverage to close to 4 million people who currently don't have it, about 70% of the total population of uninsured. We're in the process right now, thanks to this great historic vote today, of making sure that in the state of California, never again will people be denied coverage because they develop a condition that their health company will not rather pay for. In the course of the negotiations, this wasn't an easy agreement to negotiate. Otherwise, in the last 90 years, you would have seen some successful attempts at really reforming, fundamentally reforming our broken healthcare system, not only here in California, but around the country. And I will tell you, there is no one with more courage and tenacity than Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has been so focused on this, and there were times where when I was ready to throw in the towel and say, Governor, I've had enough of this, we can't continue. And he was there to call and say, no, we got to keep going, come on, let's sit down again, let's talk. There were plenty of times when many of us thought that we had run out of time. And yet we found an extra week here, an extra day there, and the negotiations continued. And I got to tell you, you talk about demonstrating real courage. You're a Republican governor in a Democratic state responding to the people of California. That sounds easy enough to do, but it's harder than people recognize. Otherwise, it would have been done before. So, Governor, thank you for the leadership that you've demonstrated and for the great work that you've done.